Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to do something a little different on the channel. I feel like lately I've been showing off some big pickups, significant cards, buyback rummages, things like that. But I want to show the cheap side of the hobby in today's video. I buy, more ungraded cards than I do graded cards and more cheap cards than I do expensive cards, despite my best efforts. And so I say it a lot, but you can have a ton of fun in this hobby without spending a lot of money. And so the reason you see a $10 bill laid out behind you in the background there, thought this would be a fun experiment. I looked through some recent pickups, stack of recent pickups that I have, and I picked out 10 singles that we're going to look at today, each of which cost $10 or less. So we're going to start with a really cheap one here from 2017 Topps Chrome. This is the Refractor, just a basic refractor of Xander Bogaerts. The shortstop, now plays for the San Diego Padres, of course, was my favorite player for a number of years and is someone that I collect actively. So that card was about $2 delivered to my door, including shipping and tax. And it's going to make a wonderful addition to my Xander Z folio that I have on the bookshelf to the left of me here. And, completing albums and Z folios for player collections or team collections or sets, it's just a really fun way to enjoy this hobby, and doesn't need to be expensive. Again, a couple bucks, and that's going to go right on to the 2017 page of the Xander Z, or section, I should say, of the Xander Z. So nice card there. Let me free this one, but sticking on the Topps Chrome Refractor train for a moment, but going back a few years, check out this 2009 Derek Jeter. What a great card. Again, this is just a basic refractor. It's not numbered or anything, but look at that photograph. The iconic number 2 in pinstripes. Not quite etching, but almost close to it. Certainly at least a little bit better. Some etching on the number 2 you can see, and certainly better shine overall, I think, than we get nowadays. We can see that Xander's a little more flat, but just a great image, great player, somebody who I respect a ton, despite being a Red Sox fan, and who I wish was better represented in my collection. I used to have a Topps Gold Derek Jeter rookie from 93 Topps, PSA graded, but it was quite a bit off center, and I actually sold it a year or two ago. So looking to add a little bit more Jeter into the collection, 3,000 hits, the most popular player and the leader on arguably the most popular franchise in all of sports throughout an incredibly successful period in its history, and somebody who is just should be in any collection of greats, we'll put it that way. So Derek Jeter, that one was just a couple dollars or maybe a few dollars delivered in that case. This is a brand new hot off the press pickup. This just got delivered to my mailbox the day that I'm recording this video here, maybe an hour or so ago. It's a Topps Heritage box topper buyback of Bill Buckner for the LA Dodgers. Check that out. The 72 Topps release, which was the All-Star Rookie Trophy Bill Buckner card with his rookie card coming in 71. Just thought this was fantastic. I talked about him recently in a video that I did, and kind of the rough treatment that he got from Red Sox fans and Red Sox Nation after that infamous error in the 86 World Series. Contrary to popular belief, did not expressly cost the Red Sox the World Series. They lost it on their own as a team well after that, but sort of a sad tale of a guy who had a very, very good career. And I thought that buyback would be an intriguing one to see if it makes the Frankenset binder, which I will do after this video. Gonna hop over quickly to hockey for a minute. I believe this is the one and only hockey card in today's video, but it's also a buyback. And it's from 2016, I think. Upper Deck did buybacks of the 92 Fleer Ultra hockey release, which was the first Ultra hockey release. And those of you who are baseball collectors, basketball or football, will recognize this design. And that was one of the great things about Fleer Ultra in 1992. Fleer was licensed to do all 4 of the major sports. And so we got this same Ultra design across all 4 of them. And Joe Mullen here, for those who don't know, he's a Hall of Famer in the NHL. A very successful player, and at the time that this card came out, the Penguins had won back-to-back Stanley Cup championships as well. So very desirable card for both of those reasons. This is a buyback that came from 25 years later. You can see here, it's got a 25th anniversary stamp with kind of a crown, ultra crown there. And then these are all numbered to 25. So I've copy 23 of 25 of Hall of Famer Joe Mullen, someone who, I guess I don't really talk as much about the hockey buybacks, but I do have hockey buybacks in my collection, just like I do baseball. Don't have a Franken set going or anything, but I have a pretty extensive hockey buyback collection, and I'm happy to add another Hall of Famer to that ever-growing PC for, again, under $10. Next up here, this one's going to bring us to the halfway point. This is a set that I've talked about a couple of times already. I'm just a huge, huge fan of it. From 2022, it's the Topps Chrome Gilded collection. And I got the base card of Xander Bogaerts, who started off the episode today. Probably should have grouped those two together, but you're getting a little bit of Xander spaced out with some other cards in between here. I've said a lot about these cards already, so I'll keep it brief, but they're absolutely gorgeous. Super high-end set that I could not or would not afford to open packs of, but I'm happily scooping up the singles on the secondary market. And because it's a high-end release, even though this is just a base card, quote-unquote, it's still numbered to just 99 in the upper right. So another nice card that kind of fills two purposes in my collection. It's a great addition for the Xander Bogaerts collection, of course, but I also have a small collection specifically of these 2022 gilded cards. So happy to add Xander into that. I got one soccer card here, and then we're going to go back to baseball for the last few cards for the finale. This is my favorite current soccer player on the globe, Kylian Mbappe. Plays for Paris Saint-Germain and the French national team. And this is, of course, very recognizable, a throwback to the 1993 Topps Finest Baseball release. But it's a modern card. This is just a base card. It's not a refractor or numbered or anything like that. But because of that, it was around $2 and maybe $1 or $2 shipping. And much like the Xander that started off the episode, this is going to go directly into my soccer Z-Folio that houses my soccer collection. So can't go wrong with arguably, in my opinion, the best modern striker in the game on a very recognizable and classic throwback finest design for, I think, what amounted to about $3. This next one I picked up recently as well, and this was, I remember, a $9.99 purchase, so right up against my $10 limit with this one. But it's another buyback card, and it's from Allen and Ginter. So what this is, in 2015, Allen and Ginter at that point had been around for 10 years as an annual Topps baseball release. So they did a buyback program where they bought back Allen and Ginter singles from prior years, stamped them with a 10th anniversary stamp, and then issued them in packs of 2015 Allen and Ginter. And they had both normal, regular size, full card Ginter buybacks, and then they had minis as well, which is what Allen and Ginter is really known for. And the minis, they not only stamped, but then they put in this nice frame to kind of present the card in a really beautiful way. So picked this up just recently because I've been adding some more Negro League players to my collection. And of course, there aren't really any playing era Negro League cards, or very, very few. And they're certainly above what I could afford to pay, the few that are out there. So I'm looking at modern takes on Negro League players. I showed an autographed one recently that I was inspired by Hugo to pick up at Signs of the Pastime. And when I ran across this card, I was similarly inspired. So this is Malin Duckett. And I'll zoom in a little bit here so you can read the back if you care to, but played for the Newark Eagles. Was a brilliant defensive infielder and was the Rookie of the Year in the Negro National League in 1940, and closed out his career with the Homestead Grays. So super cool. For under $10 and for a lover of buybacks, such as myself and the Negro League and baseball history, this was just an amazing purchase. Couldn't be happier with it. All right, back to baseball to close it out. I've got 3 cards left, and the first 2 are a favorite player of mine that I've shown many times. But I grabbed this 2016 Topps Finest green refractor of Mookie Betts, Marcus Lynn Betts. In my opinion, one of the most talented current players in the game. His resume that he is putting together is so impressive. He had another season of just amazing productivity and WAR. And to me, at this point, I think really anybody would agree, he is already a lock to be enshrined in the Hall of Fame. And really throughout his 30s here, it's just a matter of, seeing how healthy he can stay and what he can put up for career numbers. But I was surprised to find this. It's a green refractor, numbered out of 99. And I love that because when I think of Topps Finest, I think of the original Finest cards, which were largely green. So I'm particularly fond of Finest refractors in green. You can see the serial numbering there. And like the Allen and Ginter buyback that we just looked at, this was $9.99. I was the lone bidder on this one, and really, really pumped with that. So there's the first of two Mookies. This other one I'm even more excited about. This is the 2018 Topps Heritage Chrome Refractor. There's a lot to love here because it's a 69 Topps design card. It's got amazing shine. Like, look at the background on this refractor. Just awesome. And of course, one of the reasons I love it, 2018 was Mookie's big year. Won a batting title, an MVP, a World Series, and really ingrained himself in the favor of Red Sox fans for forever. So love this card. I love the season that it represents. You cannot go wrong with Topps Heritage Chrome Refractors, especially. These are serial numbered, in this case to 569 in the upper right. And if you can believe this, this was $5. And this was only about a month ago, right at the height of, Mookie just having that amazing campaign. Sadly, the Dodgers couldn't make any noise in the playoffs, but Mookie's 2023 season was definitely one of his best to date, and just honored to have this 2018 Topps Heritage Chrome Refractor in the Mookie PC. And then we close out, final card here. Let me free it from its shipping mechanism, but this is another player who just had an absolutely incredible 2023, and I think we should be talking more about, even though his team wasn't terribly successful, and that is Juan Soto. He cleared 35 home runs and 100 RBIs. He led the league in walks. This guy is still just in his mid-20s and only barely, and he's already hit, I think, I should have looked it up, but I think 160 home runs already through his age 24 season, something like that. So huge Juan Soto fan, and a card came out recently, or surfaced recently, that I knew I had to snatch up because it is based on a 70s hockey card design. So check out this Juan Soto. This is from the Throwback Thursday online program that Topps does, and it's done in the style of 71-72 Topps ice hockey with that great bubble letters team name across the top and those like bright pastel colors, blues and pinks on the inset photo there. So fell in love with this as soon as I saw it. Being a Juan Soto fan and being a hockey fan and a hockey card collector, I just couldn't resist this. So hopped right on eBay and found a seller that was willing to let this copy go for about $6. So we're finishing off with Mookie Betts and Juan Soto, probably the two, or certainly two of the players that I am most excited to see how their careers unfold over the next decade or so. And that's also the 10th and final card in today's video, showcasing 10 pickups for under $10 each. So I believe I've put forth sufficient proof here that you do not need to spend a lot of money to have a lot of fun in this hobby. I hope you saw one or two cards that you found interesting anyway among this grouping. And whether or not you did, I'll be back soon with some more content. Until then, I hope you all enjoy the hobby. Take care.